December 30th, 2022, Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Al Nassr, which sent shockwaves throughout the footballing world. As reported by Fabrizio Romano of The Guardian, Ronaldo received the highest football salary in history with €200 million per year.
But now he will be joining the Saudi Pro League with Al Nassr, 9 times champions.
Deal that will see him play
Breaking
at the club
news, Cristiano Ronaldo has signed for Saudi side Al Nassr.
It's the biggest contract ever. That's what people thought at the time, because only after a few months, a bigger, much bigger contract was prepared for the Man of the Year and World Cup winner Lionel Messi. Saudi club Al-Hillal offered €1.5 billion for 3 years. The rivalry would have ignited again. And Messi deserved it, especially after his counterpart was getting €200 million per year, and only Saudis could have offered that amount to either of the players. Everything was on track, but there was one man who was committed to get the signatures of Messi for his club. And he even sneaked into Messi's father Jorge's room just to get closer to his goal. Who are we talking about here? Well, it's none other than Inter Miami co-owner David Beckham. But how did he manage to do that? And how did an MLS side that had less than €100 million annual budget for their entire club pull this off? Welcome to Sportswalay, and today we'll be discussing all that and more. But kindly hit that subscribe button. For you it's just a click, but for us it's oxygen. May 2nd, 2023, PSG suspended Messi for 2 weeks and fined him after taking an unauthorized trip to Saudi Arabia with his family as part of a promotional commercial agreement.
Paris Saint-Germain suspends Messi after traveling without permission.
Why would Messi take a trip?
The club have looked into it internally, obviously established that Messi was indeed in Saudi Arabia.
No training, no playing, and most importantly, no pay.
The next day, it was reported that Messi would leave PSG at the end of the season, following the expiry of his contract. Afterwards, several PSG supporters demanded his exit from the club, viewing his absence as evidence of a team not fighting for the shirt. On June 1st, Christophe Galtier confirmed that PSG's home game against Clermont on June 3 would be Messi's last for the club, with the club confirming his departure 2 days later. Where would Messi go next was the question on everyone's mind. Saudi Arabia, obviously, where his rival was, right? The only league that could offer him the money he deserves, or a fairy tale ending at struggling Barcelona. But there was one man, David Beckham, who didn't only want Messi, but was planning to get him since 2019. In an interview, he revealed that he sneaked into Messi's father Jorge's room 4 years ago in Barcelona and told him, "We want your son. We want him to come to Miami when he's ready."
I sneaked into Messi's dad's hotel about 4 years ago.
He, along with his partners, continued to have talks with Jorge, discussing the possibility of Messi joining them someday in future.
Continued the conversations and with my partners, Jorge Mas and Jose.
But on November 2022, they decided to take it to the next phase. Inter Miami co-owners Jorge and Jose Mas held a meeting in Brooklyn with the MLS Board of Governors. And the topic of the meeting was one name, Lionel Messi. How to lure him to MLS. How can we have the best player in the world join a league like MLS with interests from both Barcelona and Saudi Arabia? And of course, MLS couldn't match the money that Messi would have been paid in Saudi Arabia. So how on earth do we bring Messi to MLS? That's when they all started working on the Messi project. The first factor was the equity stake in Inter Miami, just like what Beckham got when he joined. A unique deal, meaning you can purchase the right of an expansion team for just a $25 million fee. Messi then went on to complete his footballing dream by winning the World Cup. And now the Saudis were offering more money and Barcelona wanted their son back more than ever. That was when another meeting was called in California by the MLS Board of Governors. After the meeting, they went on to tour the office of their new media partner, Apple. So they had another discussion about Messi and how his arrival would have impacted the sales of MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. And that's when Apple discussed the possibility of partnering with Messi just to bring him to America. In May, it was clear that Messi won't be staying in France, and that's when Jorge Mas decided to visit Messi's dad. There will be a before and after moment when it comes to Messi in MLS, Mas told Jorge. He also told Jorge that Miami was only 9 hours away from Argentina as compared to 13 hours from Barcelona and 20 hours from Saudi Arabia. He also discussed Messi's post-playing career as to how he could still be involved in MLS after retirement. The Arabs were increasing the money with each passing day, as Messi would have changed the history of Arab football. But Messi went on to choose the MLS.
It's official. Lionel Messi has confirmed that he will join Major League Soccer side Inter Miami.
Argentina's World Cup winner has confirmed he's joining David Beckham's Inter Miami.
This is insane, you guys. This news in itself is truly just, it's beyond words.
He turned down $1 billion from the Saudi government to go play in the United States.
On June 7th, Messi announced that he had chosen MLS. But the story doesn't end here. MLS didn't actually think Messi would choose them over the Arab money, so they weren't prepared at the time. Just like the rest of the world, it came as a surprise to them as well. The next few days were super hectic. But MLS finally prepared a contract, which ranged from $50 to $70 million per annum, depending on the equity along with deals with Apple and MLS merchandise. Messi took the MLS by storm, with the ticket prices reaching more than $50,000 on reselling websites. The Argentinian superstar didn't disappoint his US fans on his debut either. In the 94th minute of his debut, he scored from a free kick to give Miami a 2-1 win over Cruz Azul in the League's Cup. And with that, Messi told America that the legend has arrived.
The little boy from Rosario, Santa Fe, has just pitched up in heaven.
He's the best there is. He's the best.
Messi on a million backs.
Possibly the best there ever
Messi
will
for
be.
a million flashbulbs.
Possibly the greatest footballer ever, at the absolute peak of his powers.
And on that triumphant note, it's time for us to call it a day. But we do hope that you liked the video and found it informative. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.